Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These here guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Now he's forced out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Get ready. Check three.
Here's Muhammad. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the
24 is the mic. Let's go one more.
Throwing on second and 8. Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Clelin Ferrell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
We don't want this. Buds. Let's get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
7:34. Tight y'all. Tight go Chief.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Accelerating, and off he goes. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 61 yards that time on the ground.
And the Raider 1st down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 47 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Collins. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr gets this one to Juszczyk. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Shotgun now for Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now. Yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Hey, 57, 57. General, West.
On 1st down, Muhammad. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Muhammad. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And an alley to run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 4 down. Alert. 24 is the mic. Watch the run.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
24 is the mic. Bring it. Bring it. Tight end left, tight end left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Yellow. 15. It's going to be a long day. Recon, 132 fight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Come on. Right there, 54, right there. 54 miles. Nice 7, let's go. Hey.
Mahomes going to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Attack! 24 is the mic. Here I come. 24 is the mic. Hey, tighten down. Box trap.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
24 is the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. The 40. The 30. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's bring it. 24 is the mic. I'm on. 24 is the mic.
Hey, 43, 15.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now it's Mahomes again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerick McKinnon. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Yellow, yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Smoke. Don't get nervous. 24 is the mic. You got my side.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Mike's 47.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake here on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
24 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
24 is the mic.
Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
We got this.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Carr completes it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider 1st.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Open man is born. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
25, check 25, check 25. Check 4, check 4. Check.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Collins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all in? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Attack!
Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
Yellow. Let's go.
And again, it's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ridley.
24 is the mic. Here we go.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he slings one that's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Carr to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Mahomes firing complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
46, boys, 46. Hey, Orbit. 3 bucks. Mike, 46. Mike, 46. Let's pick it up.
To throw his car. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-18. Check Mike 46. Hey, Delta. 46.
Now Carr. That's complete. It's Gordon. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Mike 44. Get him.
Carr to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now McKinnon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Box truck.
Back to throw, Carr. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First down, Raiders.
Mike. Down. 188. Get trapped. Ain't no way. 46 to Mike. 46. It's fun. Situation. Let's go. Fun.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final try now for Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express. 3 out, 29. Check back 46. Hey, let go. Got one. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Chiefs, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.